Okay, now, what do you do to identify risk in a project? What is the process?
Did I say survey? You do a survey on. You talk to people. That's one.
So there is a formal process to do that.
Okay.
There is a formal process to do that. What you have to do, you have to do brainstorming meeting. That means if I'm going to put a building in a neighborhood, or I'm going to do a bridge, I'm going to do any project in the neighborhood. The people in the neighborhood know a lot about the neighborhood. They know about the weather. They know about what happened when we have a bad weather, when we have a storm. So most of the time, you might not even know about the place where you're going to have the project. Suppose you work for the, you're not doing anything, and you look at in the United Nations website, or in USAID website, there is a project, they need a project manager. Most of the time, nobody wants to travel to those places, and you say, I'm going to Africa and do that project. When you go to Nepal, you don't know anything about the neighborhood, you don't know anything about the country. You will have to listen to people, and that may happen locally too, because right here in the southern, if you're going to have a project, there is a lot of rules that doesn't apply for all the neighborhood in Boston. Some neighborhood, they have their own rules, and some neighborhood have historical society. There are things you can do, there are things you cannot.
They're trying to police us.
So to avoid risk, you have a meeting and you listen to people. Everybody will come with an ID, will come with a proposition, will tell you what may be a risk to your project. Listen to them. In the start of meeting, you are there to listen and take note. You listen to the people. I don't know if you do dialogue already. You did dialogue. It's like in a dialogue. You're going to listen to people. You're not going to fight people's opinion. And everything we learn in this program, you're going to see how you're going to use it effectively. So you're going to have a dialogue with the community to listen to them and to find out what they think, what type of risk they're going to come with. And you're going to talk to your team member, and you're going to do the same, do a brainstorming to find out what they can come up as risk. Now, when you get all the risk, all the ID, all your data, what is next?
You buy the risk?
You're going to look at, you're going to look at the data and prioritize the risk. What risks have more priority than other risks? Some of the risks you might say, I don't care about that risk. If it's happened, the cost is so low, I can handle that. Some of the risks you might say, you know what, that risk is so evident, I'm going to try to avoid that risk. Yeah. I'm not going to do this. You might choose, you're not going to do the project in that area, find another area to do it based on the fact the risk is too high. And there are risks you might say, I'm going to deal with that risk. Like if somebody comes with a risk, in this area, we have the union members, they're going to ask for ways, they're going to fight the fact that you're going to bring a company from outside city to do the job. And you might say, you know what, I'm going to bring the union, the local union, to avoid that happen. If I know they're going to ask for a raise because in this neighborhood people need more money, they will not accept. I will make sure to include in my plan the more money they're going to ask so I can solve this problem. If they said, I have a troublemaker in this neighborhood, he's going to do his most, the most that he can to turn the project down. And this guy is very popular in the neighborhood. He helps a lot of people. Regardless, they're going to support him. What I will do, I will try to bring that person in the project. I will call him and say, you know what? I need your help. Because I'm coming with that project. And I know I might have a lot of opposition and I need a leader. Strong leader like you to support my project. So in every meeting you're going to have to talk to people to convince them that project is going to be good for the neighborhood. You put everything on his back. So you have to use every strategy, but the first thing you have to do, you have to establish priority, which project has more, which risk has more priority than the other risk. So there are risks you're going to avoid, there are risks you're going to deal with, and there are risks you're not going to pay attention if they happen because they don't have a value, a high value. And there are risks you're going to transfer. Like, if I'm going to put a sign in Malapen Square, and I look and I say there is a risk that somebody fall down and die, there is a risk that the sign fall on top of a car while I'm putting it up. So I will buy insurance to cover that risk in case this happens. So there are risks, you're not going to deal with that risk, but you're going to transfer the risk. This is when you're going to buy insurance. So in terms of risk, first you have to identify the risk. And by doing brainstorming, get all the stakeholders involved in identifying risk. After that, you're going to establish priority. And after establishing priority, you're going to make decision to find out which risk you're going to deal with, which risk you're going to avoid, and which risk you're going to just transfer. You get this right, guys? Any question about this?
What about those are the known risks? What about the unknown risks?
But this is this, whatever is known risk or unknown risk, this is the way you deal with risk. You have to have a contingency plan.
For the unknown.
For the unknown, you have to have risk management all the time in the project. It's not something you do and you finish. You need to have risk management continually. Every day, you have to have a team that is specialized in monitoring risk, and you have to have a risk response team. This is what they call the SWAT team in police. Yeah. You have to have a risk response team. So there might be a big storm, and nobody's going to get out. I send everybody home, but my risk response team is going to sit down there. You see, sometimes the state said, I declare emergency, all employees can go home, but they are essential people.
Yeah,
they have to stay. All non-essential people can go. I can tell my team, everyone can go home because we're going to have a terrible storm. But there is a team that's my risk response team have to be there. Like I said, there's going to be a big storm in Haiti. Everybody can get out, but there are people. And I see that in Kuwait. There are people that stay there. Everybody in the camp leave. But there are some people from the international organization, they stay there.
Because they have to sit down and say,
because they are risk management team, the risk response team have to be there. And you get better pay, you get more money. But at the same time, you are the ones going to put your life on the line. Because the captain of the boat have to be the last to leave the boat. But most of the... I signed up for something with the state.
Who leave the boat first? The rats?
I signed up for something for the state. I'm glad they never called me. Because they have a group of volunteer guys in Boston. They are the first response. We're not going to get paid. But I sign up. If there's anything, I have to go to Boston City Hospital because this is where we're going to meet. It's a group of guys in Boston who decide to do this. Like if they said it's going to have a big flooding in Boston, I have to take my stuff, my bag, and go to Boston City Hospital because this is where we're going to meet, and this is something I volunteer to do.
I do too.